On October 16th and 17th, we have a Cardinal T-square in the mix that features Chiron retrograde in Aries, Jupiter in Cancer, and the Sun in Libra. All three of these planets are creating a T-square, which is where each one is feeling a tension and pressure from the other. Cardinal signs are about initiations and beginnings. So the universe is pressuring you to make a new start, that something is ready to come forward, to be birthed. There is initiation energy here that's meant to take you into new territory. But with the T-square, the pressure is uncomfortable, and you could be experiencing self-doubt, second guessing yourself, worrying about what might or might not happen, overthinking it, and maybe even just feeling paralyzed. So let me break this down a little bit more here, because there's some things to consider when we're looking at a T-square. Now, the longer term energy that's been unfolding in October is a square between Chiron retrograde in Aries squaring this Jupiter in Cancer. Chiron retrograde in Aries is asking you to fully claim who you are and to heal the parts of yourself that you have denied, abandoned, repressed, pushed away, the parts of yourself you haven't fully welcomed or acknowledged. Chiron retrograde in Aries is covering territory that you've already been in. So this is not new, but there's something that you're seeing in a new light. Chiron looks for the medicine. After the injury and the wound has been identified, Chiron is seeking for the remedy. What will feel good? What will improve this? What do you need to love and accept yourself more? Chiron can help with increasing your self-confidence, your self-esteem, can help you love and accept who you are even more. But with this particular aspect, Chiron is being triggered here. And this Chiron in Aries is bringing you into your core self, where you're developing more courage to be independent, self-sufficient, to be your own life leader, to do something on your own terms or in your own way. And you could have doubts about that. Second guessing yourself, I'm not ready, I haven't done enough to prepare, I'm not sure I can be successful at this. That Aries energy often wants to be really good at whatever it does. And you could be sensing, I don't have what it takes, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. The Chiron retrograde will then retract into self and want time to heal, to assess what's going on, to be in your own energy. Now, this Chiron is in a square to Jupiter in Cancer for most of October. And the square to Jupiter in Cancer is pulling in where you've been, emotional imprints of the past, previous memories, previous ways you have felt about something, because that Cancer energy is your personal instinctual feelings. It's the most personal of the water signs. And so Jupiter in Cancer makes something that's very personal for you bigger. It amplifies it. And this Jupiter in Cancer is bringing your emotional body's awareness to where you've been in your life, who you've been in your life, perhaps even anything related to Cancer themes of childhood, parents, family, nuclear family, where you grew up, where you came from. But Jupiter here wants you to learn from that, to see it for what it was, to gain the wisdom from those experiences that formed you and shaped you. So right here with this Chiron retrograde in Aries, squaring Jupiter in Cancer. These are personal energies, personal, internal, perhaps even private, about parts of yourself that you are meeting for the first time, emotionally working through and learning from based on past experiences. And it could feel like you're in a cocoon. You're just engrossed in something or figuring out a part of your path. The square means growth is meant to come from it, but you could feel like you're wrestling yourself and that nothing is fully resolved. Then in comes the sun in Libra, squares this Jupiter in Cancer, opposes this Chiron in Aries, and that sun in Libra is meant to be where you detach from your own personal experiences and see something more objectively. To step away from, it's almost like looking at yourself too closely in the mirror. Step back from that perspective. Be willing to objectively see what you haven't seen before, because I feel like part of what the sun in Libra does is it shows you more of some universal themes that the Aries energy doesn't always acknowledge at first. Because if the Aries energy is very much only about your own experiences and is overly identifying with only yourself, you're not going to be able to step back and say, oh yeah, other people go through this too. Other people have been through this. It's not just me. There's others who are going to see this from a different perspective. They're going to have different information, different facts, different things to offer. So the sun in Libra could be seen as an invitation here to take what you are so engrossed in and have some conversations with people you trust to get their insights and their perspective. They're going to pull you out of your own cocoon and your own world and offer you things you wouldn't have seen or thought of on your own. And so this is how that sun in Libra can be balancing. And it's meant to balance you mentally, emotionally, energetically. It's meant to show you that this could be relatable. This could be something that others could benefit from. And also, there's like a learning quality here. There's something that maybe you are understanding and others have already learned it. So with this Cardinal T-square, triggers, emotionality, and feeling that something is personal can be heightened. But the sun in Libra is offering you more ways of seeing yourself, more ways of seeing the past, more ways of now balancing the energy with others through conversations, discussions. Maybe it's going to someone that is an expert, a therapist, a healer, someone who can assist with what you're ready to move out of. And this particular Cardinal T-square is the pressure point of what needs to be done differently going forward. There could be a sense of, I can't stay in this. I can't stay in this energy. I need to bust through to a new perspective, a new consciousness, a new start. So ultimately, this Cardinal T-square is pushing you into a higher state of consciousness that is a new beginning point. And it's only because of the tension that you get to what could feel like a breaking point, or you get to that energy being so clear to you that you're taking everything that's going on and you're moving it forward in a whole new way. So on a global stage, this can be breaking points. This can be things coming forward that have been previously withheld or hidden. This energy is heightened right after Pluto stations direct, which I feel is a very powerful energy of consciousness coming in and arriving. I feel that we are moving through some big shifts here, still from eclipse season. Eclipses were in September, but their energy unfolds throughout most of Libra season and even beyond into 2026. So we're in this powerful season of change. And I feel like this Cardinal T-square is pushing you to make those changes. Make those changes that maybe you've been hemming and hawing about. Again, you haven't felt ready, you've had self-doubt. Again, the Jupiter in Cancer could be a sense of, well, I don't want to repeat the past. But Jupiter says, then learn from it. Learn from the past, be different, and keep that commitment to yourself so you can move forward here into a new paradigm. It feels like I'm just getting the visual that we're pushing through something that's previously held you back. So of course, take this if it resonates and apply it to your world if it resonates. But this Cardinal T-square, again, at 23 and 24 degrees of the cardinal signs, is pushing you into new growth that maybe you didn't actively choose, but now it's happening, ready or not. So I hope this is validating and supportive of anything you might be moving through. As always, thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel, and I'll be back with another video for you soon.